Hello, I am here at the Photography Show TV studio with somebody who probably has the most beautiful name I've heard today, Jasmine Starr. Hi Jasmine, how are you?
Thank you, and my mother thanks you. Yay, guys!
You may hear in the background, Jasmine has brought some friends with her today.
I seriously think I'm part British. My soul is here, and my friends are just hanging out with us.
Well, that's true, but I think your accent is giving out that you're not quite British, so where are you from?
I am from Los Angeles, California.
Okay, and just tell me a little bit about you. You're a photographer, a blogger, a social media guru. There's probably a lot more things that I've already forgotten. So
I think those three descriptions are very perfect for this conversation. 12 years ago, 11 years ago, just really got into carrying a camera with me wherever I went. And so in my heart, I believe I was a photographer before I was considered a professional photographer. But either way, I documented the world that I saw it, and I was able to share it on blogging and then later with social media. And that's been my story. I empower other entrepreneurs and business owners to showcase and market their business online.
Wow, so you kind of come through with the digital revolution pretty much.
Absolutely.
Absolutely spot on. Okay, so what kind of photographer? You're a wedding photographer, portrait photographer?
I came into this industry specifically as a wedding photographer and then branched into wedding editorial. So I was doing 2 markets, very happy, wonderful, and amazing. I ended up just taking a step back and really focusing on, I want to shoot for myself, and I want to shoot for images for business owners to show up on social media. So then I started creating stock photography for small business owners. So I have a monthly social media subscription where business owners can sign up every month. They get stock photos, they get captions, they get an action plan. Basically, I empower people to show up on social media by way of photography and having the right things to say.
You see, only an American can say, I empower people. You see, if I said that, it would just sound ridiculous. When you say it, it sounds amazing.
No, you just have to have the conviction. I could also say I have a six-pack, but in reality, I don't.
Obviously, I clearly don't, but there you go. So, okay, so I'm a photographer. Talk to me about the beast that is social media. What should I be doing? How much time should I be putting into social media? And how does it benefit me in the end?
Well, first, it would be a mindset shift, because if you look at something like it's a beast, it will treat you like a beast. And if you look at it like a lamb or a puppy or a beautiful little koi fish in a pond, it will treat you as such. So number one, mindset shift, to think that it could be something that benefits you and not yet another thing to do. And the benefit is basically to be consistent. The more consistent you are, the opportunity you have to have conversation with prospective customers. And we know as photographers that people are investing in us, and one, it's income that they might not have appropriated for photography, and then they're bringing you in for very personal elements of their life, perhaps weddings or birthday parties, anniversaries, family photos. So social media will allow people to see who you are as a person and say, I like you amongst all the sea of competition, amongst all the other people we can hire. You, because of the personal elements that you've shown on social media, are why we want to hire you.
Well, absolutely. And you say, the sea of competition.
Yes.
If you're a professional photographer, it's getting noticed, isn't it? It's a hard thing on whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, all these different things. How do you get noticed? You've managed it.
Well, it's one, to have to remember that the copy that we're using, how we're engaging on social media, it shouldn't be, oh, I posted another photo. I'm hashtag blessed that I'm shooting a wedding in Brighton. Here's another photo, uploaded a photo gallery. It's like yawn. Like, nobody wants to hear commercials about what it is you do. They want to hear the benefits to them and the value you provide as a photographer. Yes, you're showcasing that by way of photos, but it's not a constant commercial. You're talking about what you're doing, who you are, how you're running your business. You're inviting people with what you're doing. So for instance, you here at the photography show, your people on social media should be able to know that you're here, because it's a personal element to what you do professionally. That right there is just bringing people on the journey, positioning you from a place of trust and authority, and when they're ready to invest, you're the person who's at the top of their mind.
So effectively, what you're saying, and I guess what you've been talking about up on the super stage, and why you brought your entourage. I'm going to use that word because it's definitely like an entourage.
No, because we have to make sure there are people who are here, but the reason they're here is not because I'm cool, or not because I'm fun, or not because I'm witty. It's just I know the power of a one-to-one connection, and these people have been following for years, and I did not want to leave a group of people who are asking questions.
Absolutely.
I said, if you guys join me over here, I promise I will speak to every last one of you. And the fact that they showed up and the fact that they're cheering just means more to me, not because I think I'm amazing, but because I'm dedicated to helping their business grow.
No, that's great. So I'm guessing, during your talk, your message pretty much was, empower yourselves, I'm guessing. Is that the
Absolutely.
kind of approach?
Absolutely, because so often we're waiting for permission, or we're waiting for this clear path to success. But in all actuality, the path is never clear, and nobody will ever give you the permission that you're looking for. And so often we think that we want permission, but it's only because if for some reason it doesn't work out, we can look back and say, well, that was the person who told me, and you promised it'd be okay. But when you carry the onus as an entrepreneur and you say, I am taking the responsibility to make this work, I will choose to show up, I will choose to be confident, even on the days that I'm not, I will choose to say the thing that I am. I'm a photographer, I'm a successful photographer. You choose to make those decisions, and it actually manifests because you do the work, you have a plan, and you show up and you create consistency, and then you share that on social media, and that revolutionizes the way you grow your business.
So where should I be sharing my work on social media? Should I be doing it on everything, or should I be concentrating on Instagram or Facebook? I mean, it's there's so much of it. I don't know what to do. What do I do?
It really depends on the platform you think your dream customer is on the most.
Okay.
And so I firmly believe to be as on many platforms as possible, but I know it's not feasible for a lot of people. So I encourage, especially if you're just starting out, to choose one platform where you know your dream customer exists. Perhaps that's Facebook, perhaps it's Twitter, perhaps it's Instagram, whatever it is. Understand that platform, get entrenched, and then slowly diversify your approaches with your photography once you understand how often you should be showing up, the type of content that people want to see, and then navigating your voice on the type of information you're sharing.
Okay, no, that makes absolute sense. Now, there was something you just said a little bit earlier that kind of resonated with me. You were saying about being confident, and when you're working as a photographer, that's something that you have to be, and dealing with people. Are you always confident when you're working and doing portraits?
No.
So are you winging it as much as the rest of us sometimes?
Oh, yes.
You are, thank goodness.
1,000%.
Thank goodness.
1,000%. Now, the difference between those who know how to mask it is not that you think you're coming from a place of inauthenticity. It's just that we understand the power of our clients paying us to show up and be professional. And if we showed up and we were like, well, maybe we should try, well, what do you think? It's no. We have to show up and speak from our place of truth. Now, we might be nervous and we might be crumbling on the inside, but if we know, I know what I'm doing. I am paid to show up and document, and I will not dissuade them from knowing that their decision was the right one.
So just talk me through a typical Jasmine Star portrait session, for example. How do if you've got some clients that you're working with, how do you put them at ease? What do you do? And do you are you a planner, or do you just like to go with the flow?
I'm a planner, but then there's also lots of room for spontaneity. So I'm a planner in that I know the time and the location. I will arrive early. I scope out the places that I want to go. And when the clients first come, the number one thing that I am doing is putting them at ease. Yeah. I tell them that I expect nothing from them. I don't expect them to be models. I don't expect them to know exactly how to pose. The only things that I expect them to have is fun. Promise me you'll have fun and I will do the rest of it. And so I'm behind my camera and I've learned how to navigate the art of talking people through poses, but making sure that they're natural. I talk to them with the camera over my face and I'm talking to them and evoking laughter and sentimentality and really these awkward moments that really convey candid imagery that come across and work very well as lifestyle photography.
Okay, sounds good. Now we're nearly out of time, but just before we go, you're from near LA?
Yes.
You've brought some freezing weather here to England for some reason. How are you doing? You need to have a coat when you go out.
No. I firmly believe. So this is what happened. Yesterday it was freezing. It was so cold my teeth hurt. I didn't even know my teeth could hurt, and
trust me, in England your teeth can hurt
But then
in the cold.
This morning there was sun. So I think I'm already having a positive effect on the entire country of England. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome for the tiny bit of sunshine. Tomorrow, I hope that it increases. That's my goal. But very cold. I was not used to it, but I'm enjoying it very much.
Okay. Jasmine Star,
thank you
very much. It's been lovely.
Cheers.